we are going to deal about the challenges faced by the political parties. So first of all, we know what is a political party. A political party is nothing but a group of people who come together, contest in election and hold the government or the power. So we know that the political parties are a visible institution of a democracy. It is natural that the people of the democratic country, they blame the political parties for whatever is wrong with the working of a democracy. So in such cases, any disasters, for example, any disasters or any problem or issues or the government against the people, so whatever it is, the people, they start blaming the political parties, particularly the ruling party. So all over the world, the people started expressing their strong dissatisfaction with the failure of the political parties to perform their functions. So particularly in the case of India, popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on four major problems in the working area of political parties. Popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on four major problems of the working of the political parties. So the political parties, by facing these challenges here, they have to overcome these challenges. So what are the four challenges faced by the political party is that they are the lack of internal democracy. The second one is dynastic succession. The third challenge faced by the political party is that money and muscle power. And the fourth challenge is no meaningful choices are given to the voters. So based on popular dissatisfaction and criticism, so four problems or four challenges are faced by the political parties. They are the lack of internal democracy, dynastic succession, money and muscle power, and no meaningful choices. So here we go with individual challenges faced by the political parties. The first and the foremost challenge for the political party is the lack of internal democracy. So by the way, word lack of internal democracy is that, here we can say that the concentration of power. So the concentration of power, it may be in one or few leaders at the top. As we know that components, that we have seen the components of the political parties, that is the leaders, the active members and the followers. And we have seen the parties, they contest in election, they perform their function. The most important function that parties, they perform their function by contesting in election. So to contest in election, a candidate has been chosen by the particular political party in case of India. So the concentration of power is only in one or few leaders at the top. At the same time, so these political parties, as the concentration of power is in the top of the leaders, they do not hold organizational meetings. The parties, they do not hold any organizational meetings, and even they do not maintain the membership registers. So for example, if any particular organization, the organization should have the list of the members. So but no proper membership registers are there in the political parties. So the concentration of power is in one or few leaders at the top. They do not hold any organizational meetings, and they do not maintain a membership registers, a proper membership registers. Apart from these three challenges, other problems under lack of internal democracy is that within the political party, they will not they will not hold any internal elections. So no internal elections are held in a regular manner to choose the leaders for the party. So no internal elections have been held regularly in the political party. So the ordinary members, apart from that, the ordinary members of the political party, they are not able to get any sufficient information what is taking place inside the political party. So ordinary members of the political party, they will not be able to get any information what is taking place within the particular party. So In such cases, as they are not able to get the information what is taking place inside the party, they don't have a proper connection with the political party, and they don't have an influence in the decision making, and they don't have an influence in the decision making. So in such cases, what happened? The leaders, they assume the great power. The leaders, they will assume a great power to make decisions in the name of the political party. So only few leaders, as I already told you, the concentration of power is in the hands of one or few leaders at the top. So few leaders, they have the most important power of the political party. So whoever is disagreeing, so the members of the political party who disagrees with the leadership, they find it very difficult to continue in the party. They find it very difficult to continue in the party. So all these are the problems under lack of internal democracy. So apart from this, the most important problem is that more than loyalty to a party, principles and policies, personal loyalty to the leader is more important. Personal loyalty to the leader is more important. So the first most important challenge is what? The lack of internal democracy within the political parties. So here the concentration of power is in the hands of one or few leaders at the top. They are not maintaining a proper membership registers. They are not conducting any organizational meeting. They are not conducting any internal elections regularly. So the ordinary people, they are not able to get the sufficient information of what is happening inside the party. So in such cases, they are not able to connect with the political party members to get an influence in the decision making. So in such cases, the leaders, they assume the great power to make the decisions of the political party, and the few leaders, they will have a paramount of power. So in such cases, when few leaders are in the area of paramount of power, exercise the paramount power in the party, the other members of the party who disagree with the leadership, they may find it very, very difficult to continue in that party. So in such cases, more than loyalty to party principles, policies and personal loyalty to the leader becomes more important. So this is what we say it as a lack of internal democracy. The second major challenge is the challenge of dynastic succession. So the second most important challenge is the challenge of dynastic succession. So here, when we speak about the dynastic succession, so the procedures, they are not transparent. So the procedures or the functioning of that particular political party, it is not transparent. It is not a transparent, and it is not open to the common people or the members. So this dynastic succession is related to the first challenge also. So most of the political parties, they do not practice open and transparent procedures for their functioning. So here, in such cases, ordinary worker of the party, they have a very few ways to rise to the top in the party. It is very difficult for the ordinary worker to rise to the top in the party. So very few ways. So there is no transparent and procedures for the functioning of the party. So as there is no transparent procedures for the functioning of the political party, the ordinary workers of the party, it is not possible for them, all of them, to reach the top in the party. Only a few members, they have the few ways to rise to the top in the party. At the same time, the leaders of the political party, what they do means they favor people. So the top position of the particular political party, so it has been given to their relatives or the people people close to them. So always we can see the top position of a particular political party, it always will be the hands of the family members. So this is what, when the leadership of that particular political party is given in the hands of the members of their family alone, so it is clearly understood that the political party is facing a challenge, that is dynastic succession. So after father, what is it, brother, or after father, son or brother, so all the relatives, they take the leadership of that particular political party. So in such cases, the ordinary workers of that particular party, they find it very difficult to become the leader of that particular party or to reach the top position in that particular political party. So in such cases, we can say this as a bad democracy. This has got bad democracy. So why we say it as a bad democracy here? Because as a people chosen by the party, they belong to the family members, and those chosen people, they do not have an experience or a popular support to occupy the position. So in such cases, the political party will never get a good name from the common people. So this is what the second challenge. So the second challenge is what? Dynastic succession, which is related to the first one. So most of the political parties, they are not transparent and they are not showing the procedures of their functioning. So in order that ordinary workers, they are facing it very difficult to rise to the top level in the party. So the leaders of the political party, they give their top position only to their relatives or the common people or to their people who is very close to them. So in such cases, that type of political party can come under a category of a bad democracy. The third challenge is the growing role of money and muscle power. Growing role of money and the muscle power. So particularly we can see during the election process. During the election process, the money and the muscle power play a very important role. So money and muscle power is one of the most important shortcut to win election by the for the political parties. So here the political party, by seeing the money and muscle power of a candidate, they will nominate that candidate to contest in that election. So they nominate the candidate who is able to raise funds or who is having a fund or who is having a money. So they nominate that particular person to contest in an election for a particular area or a ward. So money and muscle power, they play a very important role as a challenge. So in such cases, apart from that, rich people and the companies, they provide fund to the parties. So you can see in many films here. So even though the rich people, they are not belonging to a particular political party, so you can see the rich people, they influence the political party. The rich people, they influence the political party as they provide funds to the political party during the election process. So the rich people, they influence the policies and the decision made by the party members. So here if we say the money and the muscle power is used in the political party, means we can say it is not a proper democracy. It is a bad democracy. So Democrats all over the world, they are very worried about the increasing role of rich people and the big companies in the democratic politics. So Democrats all over the world, they are worried about the increasing role of rich people and big companies in the democratic politics. So this is what we say it as a money and muscle power challenge. So when we talk about the money and muscle power, apart from the money and muscle power, the parties, they support the criminals. They support the criminals who can win the elections. So parties support the criminals who can win the elections. So the third challenge is about what? The growing role of the money and muscle power. So particularly this takes place, this challenge is faced by the political parties only during the election process. So to win the election, they use the political parties, they use a shortcut of money and muscle power to win the majority number of seats. So whichever people which group of people is very rich and who is able to raise the fund, so the political party, they tend to nominate those candidates for election. Apart from that, the rich people and the companies, big companies, they give funds to the parties and they influence their policies and the decision of the party. So parties support criminals who can win election. So in such cases, democracies all over the world or Democrats, they are worried about the increasing role of what? Rich people and big companies in the democratic politics. The fourth challenge is that meaningful choices. The party often do not seem to offer a meaningful choices. The parties, it is very difficult for them to give an order to give a meaningful choices to the voters. Parties, they do not seem to offer a meaningful choices to the voters. In order to offer meaningful choices, parties should be significantly different. They should be significantly different. We can see that there is a decline in ideological differences among the parties in most parts of the world. So for example here, you can see the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain. So the difference of both the parties is very little. They agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. So what happened? The differences between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain is very little. So what is the difference is that they agree on more fundamental aspects. Both the party, Labour Party and the Conservative Party, they agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. So here we can see a picture that even in that particular point of view, the major parties, they deal with economic policies. So the economic policies on this particular period also has been reduced. So here, those who want really different policies, they have no option available to them. Sometimes automatically the people cannot even elect them. People cannot even elect very different leaders, either because the same set of leaders, they keep shifting from one party to the another party. So here, this is also economic policies is one problem under the meaningful choices. The people, the leaders of the political party, so during the election time, the party leader will be in one particular party, but after winning the election, they may shift to the other party. So when they shift to the other party, so automatically the it is difficult for the voters to choose their leaders. So this is what the parties face a challenge, and which does not offer a meaningful choices. Does not offer a meaningful choices to the voters. So what are the 4 challenges faced by the political parties here? So lack of internal democracy. The second challenge is dynastic succession, which is related to the first challenge. The third challenge is the growing role of money and the muscle power during the election period. And the fourth challenge is that the parties, they are not able to offer a meaningful choices to the voters. So you can test yourself. Why is there a lack of internal democracy within the political parties in India? Explain with examples. Why it is believed that political parties need to face and overcome the challenge of dynastic succession to remain effective instrument of democracy? Explain. Explain the role of money and muscle power in parties. Parties do not seem to offer a meaningful choice to the voters. Justify the statement. So in the next video, we will go with how can parties be reformed? How can parties be reformed? So in the description box, I have given the link for the various concepts of the political parties, that is meaning and function of the political parties, need for political parties, how many parties should we have. So you can refer those link for the better understanding of the entire concept of political parties.